Growing up in this area, I realized after I became an adult, I said, man, you know, we were poor. Didn't know it. Because our parents make sure we had a roof over our head, had good meals. But my father was real strict. Couldn't miss school, that was out. That was out, sure. Well, I grew up on the south part of Sumter. Manning Avenue, from that bridge all the way down on Harvard Street. 700 block on Harvard Street, right from the old Jehovah. I think it's 49. We had the first black policemen. There's two of them, 1949. They controlled the south part of Sumter, which is from Manning Avenue at the bridge all the way down to Lafayette and Manning Avenue. They could go that far. They couldn't go on the other side of Sumter. They were just based it on this side. We used to have big problems down at the beginning of Manning Avenue. We had all different kind of business there. We had the first movie theater. We had the first cosmetology shop down in that area, okay? We had a dentist's office in that area. How can I say that? We had a few restaurants, and we had a few dance halls in that area, okay? Plus we had barber shops in that area, okay? Then before, on this corner there, we had a doctor's office. Doctor's office. Then we had service stations, funeral homes, different things up and down Manning Avenue. We started out with one block, Manning Avenue to Harvard Street. Then my particular party, along with Robert Johnson, we was the workers, for the dinner. We were doing all the legwork, of asking the landowners, can they use their particular spot? And they said, yeah, no problem, Said, no problem. So we set about Robert Johnson and myself, and then we had another young fellow, John Kevin, mark it off, all the members here, decide what they want to sell, just different type of things up in here, okay? But everybody wanted to be around that clock.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be around that clock up in there.
Well, I think it was David Sanders, the founder. I was talking to him one day, and he told me about what they were trying to do with the festival. And he asked me whether I wanted to be a part of it. And I came in and started working with them. Later on, when we had our first parade festival, they asked me to be in charge to work with the vendors. And I've been doing that, working with the vendors, organizing the vendors and assigning, along with Cola White and John Pringle, since the inception. When we first started the festival, I did pictures for the festival. I think the first two festivals we had, I did the photography with that.
One time we had it all where we had about 65 vendors at one time up in this area. 65, But David Sanders was the person who was the director of it, that kind of put it together. And from that point on, we were rolling the church and everybody got involved in it. It got larger. And see, that was a treat for South Sumter, But every time you have any time organization, it's on the other side of the bridge, And so, like the Marshals Coley parade, or Irish Festival, different parade, Christmas parade, all this start from the bottom of the bridge that bought the sheep at that particular time, you know.
One thing, there's a stigma about the south side of Sumter, the ruffians and that kind of stuff. And I want people to know that we are people of culture. We love one another and we can get along one another without, having controversies going on. South Sumter is a pleasant place to grow up. We're just glad to be a part of the community and give back to the community. We are a giving community, and we just love one another.
But Robert and I have been together ever since Marshals College days. And he's a something nice too, you know. So we right together. That's why they say on the Grand Marshal, we were together. I've been blessed. God blessed me to really place me in the right place to help as many young individuals that I can help.
Right.
So I was just blessed, just blessed.